just gotta set this up real quick. Um, just gotta make sure we're good to go here. Let me just make sure the live's good. Just gotta edit the description and stuff right now. Do it right now. Title and stuff. Y'all literally see me do a YouTube video right now. Right, I'm getting it started right now. So I get the today we're talking about like business scaling. So obviously I just made the thing there for that, and I gotta do the kick stuff in a second, and then we'll kick it off here and get this going. Give me a sec. It's kind of funny. I'm like on kick while I'm doing this. All right, boom. So it should be good to go. So I'm gonna start recording. I have two good video topics I'm gonna talk about today. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna publish these on YouTube probably in a few days. I'm trying to figure out like the whole situation, like where I should put my camera, because obviously it kind of covers some of the text, but I do want my face to be like noticeable. So I don't know. I gotta figure this part out because I don't want this to be noticeable right here. So I'm trying to figure this out, but I could leave this how it is, like right here, and then move my camera over to this side. I actually might be better doing that, to be honest with you, and then just maybe make it slightly smaller. I think that's probably good there for now. And then I'll have to obviously go on here, probably do like this, X out of this. It's a lot of work doing this, y'all. Boom, there, it's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna start recording. And yeah, I got some good content for y'all, so let's get to it. What's up, everyone? So today we're going to talk about how to scale a brand from $50,000 a month to $100,000 a month simply from using paid ads. So this is kind of a little breakdown of this. I think it will definitely give you guys a ton of value on how to actually do this correctly. So yeah, it'll be a very quick video. Take notes here because this is very, very valuable, and it's for sure going to help your business and at least give you a few things of, what you can do to improve your current ads. So again, $50,000 alone is a huge accomplishment in any business, okay? And obviously the whole goal is to double it. We want to double your revenue, right? Scaling from $50,000 a month to $100,000 a month, it's doubling your revenue, that basically means you're doubling the input to get double the output. A lot of work, right? So the question is not really, hey, like, is this business good? Like, you already are making money. If you're making $50,000 a month, you're already doing the right thing. You're making what, $700,000 a year. You're doing the right thing. But obviously here I'm going to break down exactly what I think a brand should do if they're at $50,000 a month, because I've seen this a lot. A lot of brands are very scared about being at the position they're in, right? So if they're $50,000 a month, a lot of businesses just stay stuck there and they don't actually scale, and they're just stuck there because usually they're scared to reinvest their profits and they want to start keeping some of the money. So again, first you have to confirm you're ready to scale. Right, you have to figure out multiple things, right? So you have to make sure your offer's still converting. You got to know your numbers. You got to know your fulfillment. Also, you have to understand your cost per acquisition, right? So what changes at $50,000 a month? Ads are already working. If you're making that much money, you're clearly doing something correct. But you have inconsistent growth, possibly. Decisions are still not fully there yet, and systems are not really fully. You're still like basically doing too much, and you're not delegating enough. That's some of the bigger problems I see at this amount of money per month, right? So to get to 100K per month, your growth needs to be very predictable. You need to have very good decisions. You need to have delegated systems. So people doing things for you. You're only working on the main parts of scaling the business, right? And then ads are just another way of having growth. Like I said, there are so many, every single way of lead gen works perfectly fine, okay? There's not really a right or wrong way to do lead gen, but what I have noticed is the ones who do the best are the ones that are doing the best creatives. The creatives are the most important part, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit, okay? So again, don't get shiny object syndrome here. Stick to the same ideas of what's actually working, right? Most people, they try to do multiple things at that price point. Like once they're making that much money, they're $50,000 a month. People are kind of like, oh, what do I do now? And they try new offers, new things. Stick to what works. Don't go to other business models. Simply stick to what works. I promise you, if you focus on one thing, it's gonna take you a lot farther along than doing like 3 different small businesses, because one focus on one thing is gonna make you more money. I promise you. I've seen this over and over again. Stick to what's working and just double down on it. Trust me. So the second step to having better ads and doubling your revenue is increasing ad spend, but not just spending more money. Figuring out the creatives that work, scale those. The ones that don't work, throw them in the trash. And you're repeating this. So what I've learned is every single week, every 7 to 10 days, look at your ads, look at all your numbers, right? If your cost per link click or cost per acquisition or whatever metric you're using is lower than normal, that's really, really, really good. Okay, that means double down on those. But if you're having some creatives that are not doing well, just simply take those down. You can adjust. I always recommend adjust quickly, because ads give you results pretty quickly, right? So then also you get to watch conversion rates. That's going to help protect your profit, okay? And you have to improve the creative, like I just mentioned, right? Look at ads regularly, test hooks, test different types of messaging, test things out. I will tell you guys as well, from stuff, I spent thousands and thousands and tons of money on ads, okay? And the one thing I realized was what's very important is understanding this, right? The more money you spend on ads, the more results you're going to get, okay? So that's why you have to understand you need to spend at least $50 to $100 a minimum, in my opinion, to get real results. So if you're not getting that, there's probably other ways to do outreach that are probably better doing ads that are cheaper. If you don't have the money to spend on ads, you should probably be doing manual outreach, meaning cold emailing, cold DMs, even cold calling if you have to. But that is going to do better at first than ads, in my opinion. But obviously in this sake, we're talking about brands who are actually making a ton of money, right? So right here, most brands leak money at conversion, right? They have slow response time. So obviously at Go Creative AI, we work on this really, really well. We want to make sure the offer is simplistic. We want to make sure the landing page is very good. The follow-up better be superior. If you want to have tons of money, you want to make tons of money and have tons of happy clients, you better follow up. You need to have urgency. The whole thing is like, I want as much volume in as possible. We want as much inbound as possible, because that's going to create income. That's going to create more opportunities for us, right? So landing pages are extremely, extremely important. That's going to basically help with the conversions and everything else. Follow-up systems are also very important, which we also have to work on and build, right? So an AI chatbot's a very good way to do follow-up, or you can simply get an AI agent or VA for actually calling the clients as soon as they sign up or do whatever you're trying to get them to do. Very, very important. Most money after the click is lost, right? And also most money is made after the click. That's the most important thing, okay? Automated follow-up is what is very important. I cannot say that enough. Qualification, right? So what you need to do, especially if you're offering a high-tier service, which we work with most companies who are service-based companies who are offering a very high-quality service, we need to make sure the clients who they're getting are qualified. So a questionnaire that looks really, really good, that is very simplistic for the user, but also gives you everything you need to know about them, that's going to help you close them and help you give them an idea on how to help them, right? That's very, very important. Most people are not going to buy on the first touch. You'll find some, like I will say after your first or second call, people will buy sometimes, but follow-up is where you can really start scaling, right? And I would say at this point, use AI systems. Like if, let's say you don't close someone, follow up with them every week. That's all you got to do. And you can use an AI chatbot for it. It's not that difficult. And obviously if you're getting 3 to 5 calls a day, guys, that's you're making money from doing that for sure. Again, so we've talked about this already. Conversion rates, acquisition costs, that's very important. Lifetime value is very important too. So you got to figure these numbers out for your business. That just depends on what business you're doing. fulfillment, right? Can you deliver and handle double the volume? Answer that, because there's two answers to this. If you can, that's great. Then you just simply need more volume, put more money in ads, test it out. If you don't think you can, then you simply just don't. You have too much on your plate, so you need to hire a team or hire people to do some stuff for you, to delegate some of your tasks, right? And make sure you don't want your churn to increase. You want to do the best you can for every single client, right? You want to raise standards, not workload. Hiring better, finding better clients, making the systems easier to make, making the fulfillment time quicker, higher efficiency. That's super, super important, right? The bigger you get, the more standards you get. And again, not everyone's gonna be happy with the service. That's just part of it, right? Also, you guys know some people are just very, very hard to make happy. So I would recommend that just do the best you can. Really work hard to build relationships with every single person, especially in the high ticket niche. Okay. Here are a few mistakes that I would say you guys should avoid. Scaling too fast can be just as bad as not scaling fast enough. Okay. Trying to change the model and change the business model too quickly can be a problem. Not following up. Follow up is so, so important. Trust me. Like I'm 20 years old now, but when I was 19 years old, I was in the wholesaling real estate business. And basically, to get deals, we followed up for weeks, if not months. And you would get deals 5-6 months later after the first time you would talk to the person. Relationships are so, so key, okay? Very, very important. Most businesses don't lack opportunity, they lack from they have no discipline, right? So understand that too. So very simply, the last thing I want to mention to you guys is to get from 50 to 100K a month, it's not about doing more. It's about doing more efficient things. And it should be at that point, I won't even tell someone you're making $7,000, $8,000 a month from a business, passive income, cash flow, profit. You should start delegating. You should hire a VA. In my opinion, at $5,000 a month, you need to hire a VA. That's the first thing you should look at. And then, 10, 15K a month, then you start delegating it more. When you're getting to these bigger numbers like this, you should have a big team at that point. It shouldn't be a small team. It should be a bigger team, in my view, especially right now. Eventually, it'll be not as big because AI is coming. But for now, it's very, very important. I think that's the final takeaway here. Again, it's very possible to double your revenue, but it has to be done intentionally and correctly, right? Very, very important. So that's what we help at here. So again, if you're interested and you're at that point of 50K a month and you feel like you're not in the position you need to be in, book a call with us. I'll leave the link down below in the description. We have helped tons of businesses like this in many niches. We've helped real estate people. We've helped finance people. We've helped, like accounting, medical people. Every single business niche we know how to scale through ads and organic content, also through AI systems that we make. So we're a full in-house service, right? So I would highly recommend, if you're in that position, you're making this amount of money, you want to make more money, but you're not sure what it is, we have a very affordable option for you guys. So click down the link below, book a call with us. We're here to help. I think we could easily help you scale your business. We've done it before, and I think from what I've seen, there's just little tweaks we have to help you guys make that we have seen numerous times that we can help with. So again, I hope you guys did take value from this. And again, I hope you have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. All right, y'all. It's first video done, which is great. Now I gotta quickly get my script. This is actually very important, y'all. So you got to use AI for this stuff. Like I'm telling you, if you look at this, I basically talked to my AI on what I wanted to do, on what I wanted it, and it's popping up right here. And it's very important to have this because it helps basically the viewers, but also it's in an organized fashion where it's made for engagement, right? So very important to use AI, y'all, and that's pretty important. So as you guys seen, I use it a lot for basically everything I do. And I love this because people need this help. And in my opinion, there's not enough help in the industry out there for this specific subject, right? So yeah, we're going to go on to the second video. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let me get my water. I'll be back in a second. Let me get my water. But whew. stream's on right now. I left it on. They could probably hear me. Actually, I don't know if they can because the mic. I don't know. Maybe. But great. But it's kind of fire. I can stream and get videos up for Go Creative. Because it's the educational stuff.
Yeah,
I got.
educational. That's like your probably most passionate topic.
Yeah. I think it's the easiest because like I don't have to like. It's that's low key easy for me to talk about that stuff. It's all paid ads. You should do it for trades and leads though. You should look at like it doesn't have to be your personal YouTube channel. That's what I'm. Mine's in my. I have two YouTube channels.
I'm definitely gonna.
I just do
I
Google.
want to make
I
mine
got
my Instagram on like
yeah,
Facebook and
Instagram.
Instagram is probably the best one too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start posting clips on my Go Creative, like me talking about. Like, I have like fucking I have like 42 videos up now, like on Google Docs. And I just talk for my personal stuff, and then I'm gonna head out probably like at 4. I'm gonna get. I have two YouTube videos I gotta post. I gotta post one for my personal channel, one for my Go Creative channel. That are both they both that's kind of thumbnails. Dude, Pixels is way better though. The thumbnails, I don't know what happened to it. It was like terrible last week. I think there was a. I think.
That one.
Oh no, you know why? They're like updating. Like I was doing, they're like in a mid software update. So that's why it was really bad. But now it's like good. It's like it looks legit now. Like I'm telling you, I didn't even use Nano Banana for it. Which is like, dude, and Pixels it's like really good. It's worth the money, bro. I'm telling you. But the thumbnails like my last one was really good. You know.
That's so cool. Whenever that fucking photo is really good.
Yeah. All right, G. I'm gonna film another one. See you in a bit. See you in a bit. I adjust the camera. Honestly, nah, it's fine. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna record the second video. Obviously, you guys can see what it's about right here. Why most businesses fail at paid ads. This is a good one. This will be a really good one. I think this will be a very useful video for basically anyone. Yeah, we'll leave it like right here. Why is it popping up like that? I'm trying not to. I'm gonna probably just highlight it and see if that makes it easier for now. All right. All right, I think we're good to go. This is why most businesses fail at paid ads. Most businesses don't fail at paid ads because they don't work. Ads 100% always work, okay? Ads do work. And if they're not working, it has to do with a couple issues that we can explain right here. So first of all, before spending money on ads, first you need multiple things, right? You need a clear offer, a very, very specific and clear audience, and a clear step and an action that users can take when they see your ad, right? Ads are very, very good sources of lead generation, okay? This is actually really true that I talked about. You should treat ads like a slot machine, right? Most people turn ads on, they hope for results, they panic when results aren't instant, they just turn it off. That's not how you scale, and that's what most people unfortunately do, right? This is what creates confusion, waste spend. When I was first running ads and I wasn't an expert at running ads, I did this because you would spend $700, $800, $1,000 in a couple of days on ads, and they don't get the exact results you want. That's the problem. People want results too quickly. It's more of a long process. Like as you get better creatives, as you understand how to post better ads and target the right audience and do those things, that's what's going to help you win, right? So this is how to use ads the right way early on, right? So this is what you should do whenever you're like looking at your ads after like a week or 2 weeks, right? So who's clicking your ads? Who's converting? Who's not converting? What message is working? Where are people dropping off? So I'll give you guys a couple examples. So let's say your cost per link click on a low ticket SaaS. So you have a software that's maybe like $50 a month. Typically that cost per link click will be like 50 cents if you're good. If it's bad, it'll be $3 or $4, right? Because it's a low ticket. Low ticket will usually mean you'll get more people who click, okay? Right? So I can have a SaaS and I'll have 35 cents per click because I've made good creatives. But if your creatives are bad, that's going to make your cost per click link high, and it may not even be your landing page's fault. You're just not getting enough people clicking on your page at the cost you're paying. let's say your cost per link click is really good at 40 cents, but they're not converting. That usually could be because the offer is not clear, the landing page, which more people tend to fall into that, because to make a good creative, I don't think it's that difficult. Like, especially with us, we have a whole editing team who, help the clients out and stuff like that. So it's really not hard to make good creatives, let me be honest. But profit comes after learning. Once you learn it and once you get it once, you're going to keep getting it. I promise you that. This is true too. Many people they don't have an exact targeting strategy when it comes to trying to find clients, right? It's especially like, it depends on the niche you're in, right? And I've helped business owners in many different niches who are making a lot of money, who are making a ton of money. But people tend to spend weeks tweaking, or even months, tweaking things that don't actually matter as much as they think, right? So interest, demographics, audience. And the number one thing, like I told you, that's the most important thing is the creative. What's the hook? Those are what get people to click. That's the most important thing, especially in ad. Targeting is very important, but in my opinion, from what I've seen, having a good creative is going to basically make the cost per link click really, really low. Okay, that's just the truth. Right? So again, you need to have a very, very strong message here. You need to speak directly to the pain point of your specific audience. Okay? You have a very clear outcome. It needs to be very specific. Okay? Changing too much at one time is bad because of the fact that you don't know what's actually working, what's not working. Once a week, this is the rule of thumb I tell all my clients, and I'm going to tell any more clients that come to me. Don't change too many things at once. One change a week, okay? Maybe you change the headline on the landing page. Maybe you change the call to action. One time a week. That's all you have to do. Make one simple change a week. Maybe you change the visual. Maybe you want to change the creative. Maybe you want to change the messaging in the creative, the hook, right? But a maximum of one change a week, because that'll give you a very clear idea if it works or not, okay? So don't change too much. Don't change the audience. Don't change all these things at the same time. 1 week's all I would recommend, okay? It's going to destroy your data. And in Facebook, it doesn't like when you make quick changes like that either. Just to let you guys know, it doesn't. So this is another important thing. How to create clarity through control. So again, one change at a time. I cannot be more clear about that. It is ultra important, okay? And then I talked about this in so many videos already, but we'll get to it again. You have to have follow-up. So, number one, as soon as a potential prospect hits your call to action, fills out the form, you need to either have a text message or, more ideally, a VA or an AI agent or something get a hold of them ASAP as soon as they fill out that form. Whether they're highly qualified, which is even better, or if they're not, you need somebody to hop on that phone call right away, because that will increase your close rate by 391%. Okay? And this is 100% true. This is what I do for a living, okay? It's very, very, very important, okay? So, that's the first thing. You got to follow up. And it doesn't have to be crazy a follow-up, especially, and this is the thing I want to tell you guys too. So, at first, when you're trying to get the prospect, okay, any business, you want to respond quickly because you want them to respect you and you want them to, come to you, because obviously they're reaching out to a ton of other competitors. Okay, I'll be ultra clear. But once you already have the client, I would say don't blow their phone up, because they're busy people, right? And let's say you're a real estate agent. That's a quick example, right? After you get them signing with you, if you better be doing your job and helping the person as much as you can. Obviously, to do good business, you want to do the right thing and help these people. Okay, that's number one. But this is more for lead gen purposes. Okay, that's what I'm trying to talk about, and I want to be ultra clear about that. Bad leads, right? So that's why we need to have a very, very good questionnaire. So every single client that comes in to Go Creative, we need to look at their landing page. We analyze it with our professionals on our team, right? We have to make sure the questionnaire is very, very good, and we can filter the bad leads versus the good leads, because we don't want to waste too much time on the bad leads. Again, that's one of those things we'll put like an AI chatbot on that can maybe reach out to them every couple of weeks to see. But we don't want to waste time on bad leads. We want to only chase high quality, great converting leads. Focus on the real conversions, right? Speed is what beats perfection, right? So we need the speed, but we need to also perfect and get the leads as high quality and as perfect for your tailored business as possible, okay? So businesses overbuild funnels, pages, automations, right? So we want to make automations. Yes, it's a very difficult thing to create, okay? There's a lot of back-end self-coding, all those sort of things that come into this, that especially like making websites, landing pages, making good ads, right, with AI and our creative team. It's not the easiest thing to do, and that's why we're a professional team. That's why we do this. But many businesses spend too much time on this, and in my opinion, they should spend their time on actually closing the prospects, not the back end marketing stuff. The back end marketing stuff should be left to a team or someone who an individual understands this at a very, in my opinion, a pretty high level. Okay, so I want to be ultra clear about that too. Um, and in my opinion, be simple, stupid. Make it so simple. Like I'd rather it be in third grade language than be like in very advanced terminology. We want it to be as simple as possible. We want the messaging to be simple so people understand very clearly on what we're doing and how we're going to help them. Okay, so I want to be ultra clear about that too. So simple is the best. The simpler you can make it, the more you're going to win. I promise you that. Don't let your emotions drive ad decisions. People panic when results dip a little bit for a couple days, when leads kind of fluctuate. Maybe you're not closing the prospects you want to close. You just got to keep going, right? Comments are negative, which I can talk about that in another video because sometimes you will get negative comments and it's definitely frustrating, but there are things you can do to fix those. People will say crap to you about your business no matter what, whether you're doing amazing business or tail business. People are always going to have something to say, and you just got to ignore and just keep pushing and just stay positive. I promise you that it'll work. How true, high efficient, high result operators think about ads, right? So operators who are at a very high level focus on trends, averages, patterns, numbers, no emotions to it. Feelings are not going to help your business scale. It's actual data-driven math number facts, okay? So this is very, very important. And this is the rule that most businesses miss. Paid ads don't fail businesses. Businesses fail from, there's tons of reasons why businesses fail. But when it comes to ads, this is what I'll tell you. If, first of all, you need to not only be running ads, but you need to have organic content, and we help with that as well. Right, so you need to have an organic content. You need to be posting, I would say, at least a few times a week at a bare minimum. You need to have some sort of brand recognition. If you have brand recognition, it's a lot easier to close prospects, okay? That's number one. Businesses fail because they quit early, they overcomplicate, they get shiny object syndrome, they avoid learning and actually fixing the mistakes logically, and they try to chase shortcuts, and those all can easily turn into failure, right? So I would say just staying consistent with that amount of ads per day, price per day you're paying, stuff like that is going to help you win, right? And here's the final takeaway, which you always have in every single video. Again, this is also very important, so I highly recommend you listen to this part. And obviously, if you stayed this long in the video, you're obviously performing at a very high level because there's a lot of sauce in this video that you guys could easily take out of this and put straight into your own businesses, again, all for free, right? So, paid ads work. It's very simple on why paid ads work. Number one, the offer is very clear. Number two, it's a very simple messaging. It's very simple. People understand very clearly on what the ad is, right? Number three, the system is very consistent. You have the automation system. You have the ad, the landing page, the automation system, the follow-up system, the Calendly or the Google Meets, however you get your meeting businesses scheduled stuff, right? All that's very important. So, again, the last thing too, decisions are data-driven, not by just how you feel. Data-driven decisions based off numbers and historical trends from your business, and look at competitors' ads. You can go on the Facebook ad library and look at a ton of other creatives. You can get inspiration from them and use it for your own business, which we also help with at Go Creative AI. So again, the platform works. Ads work. You need to fix your systems, your lead generation systems. That's going to help your processes and your, results, and it's going to help you get more prospects and convert them, right? Very simple. So again, if you guys are interested, click the link down below in the description. We have multiple different ways to help you guys and give you guys a ton of value. So number one, if you're a business owner, you're making $50,000, $100,000 a month, you're making a lot of money, and you're already very, very successful, book a call with us below. We have a whole qualification system, so obviously you have to apply to book a call with us because we only work with very, very high tier clients, especially at the point we're at now. So I would highly recommend if you want to book a call with us, do so. Go through the qualification, see if you're qualified. It'll be very simple questions, obviously. And let's say you're a new business or you're making maybe like 10, 15 grand a month and you're a little bit newer. You know you're at the point you're about to scale, but you just feel like you're not quite there and you still need some sort of assistance. We have a product for you guys, which is freaking amazing. It's a marketing tool, an AI marketing tool. So what it is number one, it makes all the creatives for you in your specific tailored business. Number two, you can post on Meta, Google, and also many other platforms coming very soon. like TikTok, Snapchat, stuff like that, that you wouldn't think are good ad platforms, but they are. All inside one platform at Go Creative AI. So you can make the ads, you can make the video ads, static ads. You could also edit any photos you have, create captions, stuff like that. All in one platform and also post in one platform. You could also look at your competitors. You can study them using our AI tools, stuff like that. So if you're newer to business or you've been around, you're like not at the point you want to be at yet, and you're not making over $50,000 a month, we have that option for you guys as well. So we have options for both sides of it, whether you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or you're not quite there yet and you want to scale. We have both for you. So again, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Take notes from this. It's very, very valuable, and you guys can scale your ads. And if you're not and you want to make more money, click the links below, and I'm sure we can help you guys at a very high level. Thank you. Boom. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're done. That was good. Very good. I'm gonna get some water, y'all. But hopefully, you guys got some value from that. I think it's pretty good. I gave you guys some sauce there, especially with paid ads. Um, it's very, very good. So hopefully, you guys got some value from that. But yeah, let me see if I got any comments here. I don't think I did. Let me see the chat. Yeah, nothing yet. But cool. I'll be back in a second, y'all. And then we got some stuff to talk about. Maybe go on Twitter for a bit. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. I'll mute too. All right, we're back, y'all. We're back. We're back. We're back. Um. All right. So, we got some good content today. We got 2 videos. I'm posting a video on my or not long. I'm posting a long form video on my main YouTube channel today, and also I'm posting one on my Go Creative AI educational channel. So super excited about that. Tons of stuff to come with both of those. But yeah, I think it's gonna be very good. But yeah, we have some stuff to talk about today, and then obviously from there we'll maybe go on X. Actually, maybe we'll go on X now. Let's just get this warmed with some X stuff. Why not? This will be good. Let's see. Gonna get my Twitter up for y'all. Home X. Boom. See if it. Oh, I gotta zoom this in more. Hold up, y'all. Just trying to make it very good. There you go. And then we'll just do this a little bit. I'll put it this way, to be honest with you. And then just move it this way a little bit, and then yeah, there you go. All right. What is this? Not gonna lie, I have no clue what that is, but that looks really sick though. Very cool. I'm gonna look into this actually. So this company is called World Labs. That's cool. That's real. I mean, it's just AI is changing and it's moving so quickly. So that's kind of why I recommend you guys. We're new in this wave. We're right here. We're at the start of this wave. And what I'll tell you guys about this whole thing is that right now it's like we're in like a 6 or 7 or like an 8-year wave with AI. Okay. And what I've noticed is that look at the internet boom. In the 80s, people kind of thought about it. Right, late 80s, people were talking about it, like Steve Jobs. There were interviews of him talking about it, and what I noticed is that the 90s, that's when it kind of happened, and basically a boom. Basically, in the late 2000s, then social media started to come about. AI is kind of in that start. We're like right 2-3 years in, basically, with ChatGPT got released like in 2022, I believe, and AI has been talked about for decades, but it's actually starting to work now. So it's kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, it's here, and we're in the start. There's going to be many people become millionaires from this AI stuff, sales, all that stuff. AI is really good, and basically, if you work hard, it's gonna help you, and you're gonna have a lot of results. I promise you that. So it's really cool to see this stuff. Obviously, my whole thing is, guys, you can do that. You can be in that stuff. Look at Mr. Beast here doing a 10K giveaway. So, I don't know what he's trying to. He has another channel, I guess. I don't know. But, it's crazy. Here's another AI launch video. We'll watch this. This is crazy. So I don't know what I guess it's Remotion. So this is a tool. Okay, I've seen this actually. This company. This is crazy. So I'm actually, let's look this up. Let's look this up. Why not? Um, I actually want to look this up here. Um, what's the pricing here? Oh, they don't even have the pricing here. Interesting. Very interesting. Um, it's true. It's unbelievable what this stuff can do. Wow, crazy. Um, let's see. TJR. Um, yeah, it's so if you guys don't know what an API, what's it called? If you guys don't know what an API is, basically any AI. Most businesses are using APIs now. I mean, it's been existing for a while, but I use some of the API stuff from ChatGPT. It's freaking unbelievable, man. It's really good, honestly. Hmm.
Croatia, lived in Puerto Rico for a little bit. Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my
What the
got a little
hell?
bacon? Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sex sells, babe.
Sex sells.
That's weird as hell. That's really weird. I don't even know what to say about that. What the? How do they know that? Hmm. Yeah, you see a lot of this stuff, y'all. I don't know if you're looking at this, but stuff like this, it's true. Like when you're starting out, and I learned this. Whenever you're starting out a business, I highly recommend people to do a service for someone where maybe it's not as scalable, but you need to have the income coming in. The problem is there's so many young kids who are just rich, and y'all have to understand there's other variants of why these people are wealthy. Like think about it. most people who are really, really wealthy at like 20, they have very, very wealthy parents. And no one talks about that. There's obviously a handful of you that aren't, but in proportion, at 20 years old, most people are not going to be wealthy. But the problem is social media makes it seem like that, which is true. But that's why you just need to build a business. If you make $10,000, $20,000 a month at 20 years old, that's fucking insane. You know what I mean? So understand that, y'all. Like, that's super, super critical. But yeah, let's keep going here. Bro. Here's going. So Justin Waller, I see him a lot. This is very true, y'all. The best investment I made wasn't a property or any business deal. It was cutting off every person in my life who didn't support my vision. Couldn't be more correct, y'all. This guy is totally right. It's true. The poison's everywhere, and you have to block out the poison doesn't need to be there, right? I'm so confused.
Here. Bro, the top 10 creators on Roblox are making NBA. The top 10 creators are making $38.5 million a year. The top 10 creators, and now look, there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of creators. The top 10 are making 38 million a year. Bro, the top 10 creators on Roblox are making NBA money. The top 10 creators on Roblox are making Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James, Josh Allen's, Mookie Betts type of money. The top 10 creators are making 30.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's crazy too. Here's a good one. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to post more like organic content for my company. We gotta build trust. It's totally true. It's totally true. Get my charger key. It's good though. I'm hoping you guys get some value from this. Let's see.
Million. I invested in Nvidia about 10.
I made your first $1 million.
First million. I invested in Nvidia about 10 years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, and just kind of on a whim, and I made about 20 million.
You invested in Nvidia 10 years ago, and you made $20 million from that investment.
That's right. Yeah, just kind of luck of the draw, actually. Kind of would pick, kind of random stocks that I thought could be, taking off in the next 10 to 15 years, and Nvidia was one of them.
How did you know to invest in Nvidia?
I think the main reason how I knew that that could be a winner is that everyone was kind of talking about Nvidia in academia, right? They thought that maybe Nvidia could be a way to kind of make AI come to life, right? And then it wasn't until we had that point where the tech got so good that we had this AI boom, right? And then Nvidia just kind of exponentially grew. But if you kind of just read, right, what's coming, you could even do that today, right? Like what's coming in the next 20 years? Probably quantum. right? So guys out there, start investing in quantum.
What is quantum? For someone that's trying to find a stock to invest in and get off the ground with investing.
Quantum computing, right? You're going to start hearing it in the news more and more. Google just had the Willow chip breakthrough. I would say invest in quantum ETFs now. Next 10 to 15 years, you'll probably have the next NVIDIA within that ETF. So
one
the
opinion.
ETF alone will probably encompass all those quantum stocks. So it kind of takes the picking out of it for you, right? You're not going to actually have to pick individual stocks. So just pick the ETF for quantum.
Laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I can't.
We talked about this yesterday, y'all. It's the same thing. I mean, people, like, basically, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday, but those whole situations, like, bro, these guys, they're very smart at what they're doing. Like, people have such a low dopamine. They have no dopamine receptors anymore. So because of that, these creators are trying to figure out ways how to get attention. And this is one way the news just blows up. Like, is it trending on? Yeah, it's literally, yeah, it's trending on today's news, bro. It's like, you see what I mean? So that's you guys have to understand that. Like, they're very smart, and obviously maybe some people don't like what they're doing, but at the end of the day, they're getting publicity from it. And that's clearly what these people are looking for. Which, it's the game, y'all. It's the truth. It's the game.
Where are we going here? We did it. Do you want us to go behind you, Ozzy? Holy fuck! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god! Let's go! Holy fuck! You are who you say you are. This is the same person you were when you started. You are someone new. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That was so fucking hard. That was so fucking hard. I'm so glad that's over.
That's funny. Look at this.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Uncle Phil, come try this. Fresh pasta of Bel Air. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It's not great yet, but bro, give it like a couple more years, bro. Dog, give it a few more years, and oh my god, oh man, it's coming. Give it another 2.5 years. This is gonna be completely like, dude. Oh my goodness.
This was never possible until today. This is going to be a complete vibe coding a mobile app guide that you can send to the App Store and collect payments, which means make money. We're first going to build a mobile app with it.
I can go back to the vibe code agent and I should be good to go. You don't need to really do anything else. You don't need Apple server to server notifications. So yeah, that should be good. So we're going to save changes and that do random stuff. Riley, great estimate. And then we do get the paywall. And if you go to continue, you'll get that.
Helping people get through with payments if you run into any.
It's true. I mean, these tools are, I mean, we've seen this multiple times now. Wow, look at this. Mr. Beast, bro. Fucking Mr. Beast, bro. Viral. Let's look this up. I've never really heard of this. See, that's why whenever I'm on Twitter, I always like to just like research and see. So this is Mr. Beast. I'll accept it, sure. So I'm guessing I'm not exactly sure how this works. Very interesting. I'm not sure. That's the game we're trying to get into next with this content stuff once you blow up. But right now I'm focused on the business stuff because that's going to be more lucrative at first. You know what I mean? But a lot of this stuff. I'll see. I do want to. Very interesting with that stuff. Very interesting.
Not happy about one of your ideas, and it got pretty heated. I told him, listen, guys, at least let him give his ideas here. Don't get too upset about it. The moment you came up with this idea that folks in OnlyFans in the state of Florida have to pay 50% taxes, a lot of Adam's friends were not happy. They were upset. They were furious that you're going to charge these guys 50%. Maybe for the audience that doesn't know this idea about OnlyFans, if you don't mind sharing it with them.
Well, young women in this state used to aspire to be business owners, doctors, nurses, teachers, and even devoted mothers. And now you have a disgusting, disgraceful platform called OnlyFans that encourages them to sell nude images and videos of their body on the internet to complete strangers. I want to be very clear, that is sinful. And so we are going to institute a 50% OnlyFans sin tax here in Florida. We are going to make very clear that if you struggle, if you need help, we're going to support you. But if you decide to reject that support and to continue down this path of degeneracy and allow yourself to be exploited by the OnlyFans platform, you're going to pay a 50% tax on everything that you make.
Chad, do we believe he's going to do that, though? I don't know. Maybe he'll do it. I mean, he probably should do it. I would hope he would do it. That's interesting. I mean, it's true. Like, those people, I mean, it's hard for me because I think these people, to be honest with you, I don't think they actually make as much as they say they make. If I'm being completely honest, those people say, what they do is they say they make 20 times more than they actually make. And basically, it's like a publicity stunt. People are going to fucking, if they say they make 50 million, people are going to be like, oh, who's this chick? Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? That's kind of how I see it. Very interesting. Very interesting, to say the least.
It's not good enough. Then overnight next year is the year that AI models go from not being good enough, the dumb member of your team, and again, the people listening to this will be like, yeah, the AI is not good enough. Then overnight it becomes good enough. And then the job losses start, and we don't know where they end. Within, let's say, 900 days or so, any job you can do on the other side of a screen, an AI will be able to do better. And it will be able to, maybe it's not Miriam or Emad, it's Emad's job, as it were, within that. Like a tax return, for example, used to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It will cost $1 to do. And Andy will be your virtual tax accountant. You can't tell if it's a human or an AI. Now, it doesn't mean that the jobs will be replaced, but they can be replaced. Next year is the year that AI models go from.
It's true. Totally true. What is this?
Exact workflow with the math. Okay, so I'm going to really quickly run through my exact workflow with the MassUGC AI video agent and how I'm actually turning its 300 videos a day into money. Okay, so I'm going to really quick.
Interesting. Interesting. I gotta look at that. Yeah.
Agents SDK and using vibecode.dev, which uses Claude codes. And I'm pretty blown away by this. Scene 1 is a terminal interface being typed into. Build an app that makes me money. Scene 2 is loading screen. Scene 3 shows a cool app interface that shows a business dashboard. Scene 4 is get vibecode.dev now for free. All right, generate. Now we wait. Money. Okay, we have this loading spinner. That's pretty cool. Moneymaker dashboard. Let's go. Vibecode.
The day.
I don't know.
Bro, it's Saturday. What's the word of the day?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Sunday. The word of the day is the same. What's the word of the day? Cash! Word of the day is cash. I wake up in the morning and I check the bank.
Yeah, I mean, my God. Well, he's not wrong, isn't it? Well, y'all, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to probably call it here. I got a lot of stuff today. I got to post some videos before I leave. But, yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this stream. I got 2 videos up for you guys. I'm going to post some more. But, yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. I want to stream longer, but I'm very busy today. So, hopefully, this is about an hour of content, so we're good here. But, yeah, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in